Welcome to another episode of the Five Lights F1 podcast. We are back after a Mexico Grand Prix weekend. I would say it's a more entertaining race than what I expected. How are you anyway?
I'm
It's
good.
been like a week.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah,
Well, not. Yeah, it's been a while. Did you ever
been
get
about
the
a
other
week.
one done?
I didn't. I
Yeah,
didn't. I got
bad.
busy.
Yeah, bad.
Yeah, I missed the US Grand Prix review. It's it's just harder when there's football and then the World Series started and all that stuff all at the
Yeah,
same time. I feel like everything's just at the same time right now. NBA started back. I know you don't really watch NBA, but I'm an NBA guy too, so
I watched like the Hawks first game and then we lost, and I
ooh.
was like, eh.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if I want to keep watching these.
Yeah, it's
Like,
looking like
I'll watch them if they're winning, but
mm,
if it's just going to be another play-in tournament.
yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, I thought that they would be a little bit better, especially after getting Porzingis, but it seems like
yeah,
all their new pickups just don't want to play. But
apparently not.
yeah. And Trey Young might be out as well. But anyways, this is
F1.
not an NBA podcast, so why am I carrying on about this? But
Yeah,
anyway, we're coming off a Mexico Grand Prix weekend where Lando Norris just kind of dominated. I would say he dominated the weekend. He had pretty much a perfect weekend that put him 1 point above Oscar Piastri in the standings. I think it's a little weird that Lando has all of a sudden emerged as a much better, I guess, I don't know if you would say driver or car this second half of the season than Piastri, being that Piastri was kind of driving a rocket ship and he was just so far ahead of everybody else on the grid, even Lando in the earlier parts of the season. It's kind of weird to me, especially because this all happened after the weird team orders where Lando had to, or where Oscar had to give the spot back to Lando after all that went down a few weeks ago, or about a month or so ago now.
yeah.
But I do think that's pretty weird. But anyways,
Personally,
what did you think of the race?
I mean, I grade F1 races harder than most people because the midfield battle is not going to make the race good. But overall,
Mm.
I thought it was decent. I mean, you got the. I mean, I was watching the Martinsville race or the NASCAR. I switched that off to put the F1 race on because I wanted to see Behrman get a podium. Of course, that didn't happen. But it was just like watching Max car through a 27 second gap to catch for that to be ruined. I mean, I still think it was a average race, but it was like better than what it has been in the last couple of weeks. So I'd say about six and a half.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, I honestly, I'm usually not too excited for the Mexico Grand Prix. I know some people are, some people aren't. I thought it was better than what it would be, and yeah, I do think it was one of the better races this past week. My dog's barking,
Okay.
but yeah, there was some. God, you probably hear that in the camera too, but it's fine. We'll just keep going. But anyways, a big result in the race, which could have set Max back a little bit, was the virtual safety car at the end. There was I don't really know if that was a call for a virtual safety car. In my opinion, I think it could have been avoided.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm with Curry and Chandok. I'd like to see what was the reason why they had to call that safety car.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Carlos was behind the barrier. I thought they could have just kept going, especially with only one lap left.
And like, here's the thing: like, it was. I mean, I guess they were taking precaution after like that Marshall almost got hit by Lawson.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: there was a space in the wall where he could have just gone off there.
Yeah, I mean, we see it all the time. I hate to be that way because I'm a Ferrari fan, but I do think Ferrari's been a little more consistent this week, or not
Mhm.
this week, the past few weeks, and it's like they almost wanted they almost wanted Ferrari to get that P2 spot, so they're like, all right, Max is gonna catch him if we don't call a virtual safety car, so
Well, I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but
that's what I'm saying.
for me, I think if there was a tractor on the track, I think they were just getting flashed to 2015 when Joe he got in his wreck in Japan. They had the JCB on the track. They were just like, yeah, we don't want that to happen. I don't know if there was an actual. I just saw that there was an opening where he could have went in. I don't think that. It's just hope that 3 points isn't the 3 points that cost Max the
Yeah,
championship.
yeah. I mean, I think
If
it
it like,
definitely could have been avoided, and I do
yeah,
think if there was not a virtual safety car, Oscar would have benefited from it. Obviously, Ollie Behrman wouldn't have benefited from it, but
I
Max would have definitely benefited from it.
Behrman said, from what I heard from the like interviews, that Behrman said that he had enough battery to defend Piastri.
Really?
But yeah, like he was saving battery that whole time.
Yeah, because it just seemed like Oscar was coming up on him pretty quick, and I think that the experience of Oscar and being that McLaren's really just the overall quicker car that they would have eventually caught up to him with still what 1 or 2 laps to go. But
Well, at the end, Chandok was saying, I think Behrman could have like kept Max at bay.
really,
Well, yeah, he said that. I don't know, like what he was saying, like if he thought, like if he actually thought that, or if he was just saying that for TV. But that's what he said. Like
mm,
when they were parking for the podium.
yeah. But I mean, anyways, big race for Ollie though. While we're on that topic,
Yeah,
so close to a podium, so close
I
to a
was,
podium.
I was like, they started saying it, and they were like, I don't want to jinx it, but Ollie Behrman could be on the podium. And I'm just like, shut up, because
Yeah,
like Haas is my team. Like I'm a Max fan, but I like support because they're American.
yeah.
But
Well,
I was like, I just wanted to see a Haas podium.
yeah. I mean, I wonder how much confidence this brings them going into 26, being that really the past few weeks they've been better, and maybe they can keep getting better as the year goes on. I do think it'll be a little bit tougher
Well, also
for
you got
them
to
to
look at one of their sponsors, Toyota
Ferrari.
Gazoo.
Oh
No,
yeah,
Toyota Gazoo. They're using
that's right.
Toyota's factory in Cologne, their old
Yeah.
F1 factory. Maybe they could get something better out of the car they're testing.
Yeah, I mean, if they do have confidence going off of this race, because even Esteban Ocon was really good
Until you
until
texted me about
until
it.
I text you and he fell back like three places
Yeah,
straight after that.
I thought it was going to be like a P3, maybe a P5 for Haas,
That's what I was
but
thinking too.
but it's, I mean, P4, P9. That's still good. That jumps them up a spot.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it jumps them up to eighth. They could
yeah, I'm
probably
looking at
catch.
they could catch Aston Martin,
Yeah, they can.
especially with Stroll. I mean, Stroll's going to be probably at the very back of the pack for the rest of the
Well,
year, it seems like.
if it rains in Brazil, he might turn into Senna again.
Yeah.
There's always one race a year where he just turns into Senna for some reason,
Yeah.
especially in the rain.
Yeah. I mean, they're also only 10 points behind VCarb,
Hmm.
which has kind of they got a little spark about halfway through the year, and the past few weeks they haven't been as good. Hadjar hadn't been as good. Lawson hasn't been as good, especially with the DNF yesterday. And Lawson also almost hit the Marshals. Don't really know why they sent the Marshals out on the track
No,
at
was
that
that
time.
actual marshals or were those protesters? Because I've been
I think
hearing that they were both.
I think it was actual Marshals because they were picking up like a part of a wing.
I read
So
somewhere that it was a protester.
who knows? Could have been. I know there was a bunch of brawls after the race. I didn't see that until you sent it to me.
I didn't either. I was just like, what in the world's happening?
You
To
usually don't
see,
see that. Yeah, you usually don't see that at F1 races,
no,
but
but when they had the NASCAR race at Mexico City at the same track, they had that same problem.
really?
Yeah, there were Daniel Suarez fans throwing hands with people, and I don't know particularly why.
Yeah, that shocked me when I saw it. When I first saw it, I thought it was a Red Bull team member and a Ferrari team member fighting. I was like, well, what is going on? Then I
That would
watched
be
it further.
funny.
I saw it was in the audience. Yeah. But um anyway, yeah, there's really not too much to take away from the race. Oh, also to note that when I said Lando dominated, he did finish 30 seconds in front of the rest of the pack.
Yeah,
So
that was like the first like that was the furthest finish of the year, right?
I believe so.
That's why.
I believe so. So, I mean, Charles kept him at bay for a few laps. Didn't last long. He eventually just pulled away too quick that Ferrari just looks slow to me. I know they have been more consistent, but it does not seem like a fast car.
I mean, they're taking advantage of what they can. I think this was their best chance for like to get Lewis a podium, to get Charles a win, maybe. But everyone's complaining. Oh, Max didn't get a penalty, but you gave Lewis a penalty, and it makes no sense. Max didn't get any advantage. Lewis did. Like he cut the where that turn four runoff is, and he ran into the grass, and he was like probably 4 or 5 tenths ahead of the field, and then didn't give the position up.
Yeah, that's also what I was going to mention next was the Lewis 10-second penalty he received for leaving the track at turn four, gaining an advantage at turn four. That dropped him a few places, so that kind of put Ferrari a little further back than
And
what
that's what
they would
put
hope.
Airman in the podium
It did.
position.
It did. So yeah, I mean there was a lot of just incidents that really caused a lot of the outcome of this race, especially the first turn. Turn one at the beginning. I mean
Yeah,
cars were going wide. It was chaos.
I was
It was
like,
chaos.
I was like watching. I was doing other stuff, and then I was like, oh yeah, I forgot the F1 race started, and I just saw the start, and I thought Max was going to lose a whole bunch of positions. I
I
don't
did
know
too.
how he kept
I
it
did too.
in like P5, but it's just like that's like the one thing about Mexico. You have that the longest straightaway in F1.
Hmm.
Like, want to say it's about 2,000 feet.
Yeah, I'm not
Maybe
sure the
I'm
exact
way off
measurements
on
on it.
that. I
I'm
may,
not
but
sure.
I know it's the longest straight in F1. I
Yeah,
think it's after it's seconds Barcelona's. But
yeah,
you always
uh,
have them fan out, go like five wide, and then that's about the only good thing that happens. But
yeah,
shockingly, it wasn't.
yeah. I mean, that very long straight, Charles got saved by the virtual safety car around that straight because their Red Bull was. I mean, Max was gonna pass him pretty easily.
I mean, if they didn't have them S's in the back straight, Max probably could have kept hold them.
Yeah.
But those
Also, go ahead.
Those I gotta say this. Those S's back there are the one of the worst parts of the F1 schedule is those S's in Mexico. I do not get why they're there. Like they could have done so much better with that track.
Yeah, I do. I think that I think they'll eventually make some changes to it. We've seen some changes at some tracks these past few years, so it wouldn't shock me if they made a few small minor tweaks to it.
Like
But
I don't know if this was like how it was when it came back in 2015 or if this was like a Tilkered thing that he couldn't like really change, but those are some of the worst S's. Like it
yeah,
just ruins the flow of the I don't know how I would change it, but I just want them changed.
yeah. I mean, it might be a few years, but
Yeah.
I think something will. I think some changes will definitely be made eventually. But a little bit of practice P1 talk or practice one FP1 talk. You had a lot of rookies. You had
Yes.
a lot of rookies, a lot of just fill-ins there. Arvid Lindblad looked good.
Arvid Lindblad, I'm like, get what you're saying. I know he's your boy, he's your big prediction, but they have Yuki on race pace, probably.
Mhm.
And they have Lindblad on like low
They did have him
fuel
bumped up.
glory
They had him
runs.
bumped up. Yeah.
So I think that was just a way to say I think that was like Hermit Marco's way of saying, okay, we're gonna get rid of Yuki. I still think Yuki's gonna go
Yeah. I mean, I'm Yuki. Yeah, Yuki will
as
get a
Honda.
seat somewhere. It was kind of like a hype job for
But
Lindblad.
for me, I was looking at two people: Antonio Fuoco for Ferrari and Pato Award for for McLaren.
Yeah.
And the only reason why I do that is Antonio Fuoco. He's the WEC driver for Ferrari for AF Corsa.
Yeah.
He's won Le Mans twice, once, one time because it's been all three of the Ferraris that's won it in the past 3 years. I was expecting him to do good, but apparently he just does not know the
Yeah.
car,
That.
or
Yeah.
they just haven't done anything. I mean, of course, that's not just the one. We'll see. I think he may be the person who gets the Abu Dhabi test. We'll see
I don't really know who else it would be.
because they don't. I mean, maybe Arthur Leclerc.
That's what I was thinking. I know they did run a test with him last year, I believe. And
Mm.
he looked okay because it was a big media thing where the two brothers were racing on the same team in one of the practices for like the first time in F1 history. So that was a big that was a
And
big
then
media
uh,
move.
I just because he's an IndyCar driver, like he was. Of course, I wanted to see him do good because he's an IndyCar driver, and that's
Yeah.
one of my
But yeah,
sports outside of Formula One and NASCAR.
yeah. I mean, I'd like to see Oscar or I'd like to see Arthur get the test, but I don't really think they'll do that. I don't really think they'll throw him in there.
I mean, like, who do they also have? Because they don't
That's my
have too
point.
many juniors, I don't think.
They don't. They don't.
Because that's why they just throw. That's why they just throwing Fuoco in. Because they can't do Giovinazzi because he's not technically a rookie.
Yeah, I'm trying to find if I could find this. Looking at the Ferrari Driver Academy right now.
And I don't think they have any in F2.
Yeah, I don't
Or
don't think
unless
so.
Phil Tapati, one of the Phil Tapati brothers are Ferrari.
Um, who's a Swedish guy? Who's a Swedish guy they have?
I have
Dean.
no clue.
I
I
don't know
have
how to say
not
his
watched.
name. Dino. I don't, I
I have
should know
no
how to say
clue.
his name.
I
Yeah,
don't, or
but
I
yeah,
need to
I'm
watch
I'm
more
not
F2
sure.
or
I know
F3.
he got hyped up a little bit over early in the season or last year. I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll see.
But
Who
yes,
knows with that team?
yeah, it's
Who
always
knows?
confusing with them. But we
But
have
yeah.
Pato, and then the other rookies. I mean, other than Lindblad, really didn't show anything. I mean, it's
No,
just an
I
FP
wasn't very
one.
impressed with any of them. I thought Paul Aaron would show a little bit more. He's another one of my dudes that I had high hopes for. He
Mhm.
didn't really. I mean, given the Alpine is a very bad car right now,
Um,
can't really
do
get
we know
much
if
out
there's
of
going
it.
to be any rookies in FP1 in Brazil?
Let me check because I have not heard anything.
Because I
FP.
know I think I heard one that like Sauber will be doing it.
Let me see.
Oh,
Yeah,
why
I don't
is
see
it?
any. I don't see any right now, unless some
Okay.
news came out recent. Yeah, I think. I mean, there was nine of them in Mexico?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so that'll probably be it for probably be it.
Because there's always that one race, and it's either Mexico, Brazil, or Dakota that they have the rookies do it when it's
Yeah.
not sprouted around.
Yeah, it seems like they just use them all up in Mexico. But
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
th I do think that Alpine will get Paul Aaron back in there eventually before the season ends, possibly, because I do think that he's in contention to get one of the Alpine seats if Frank. Well, actually, I think the rumor is still going around that they signed Franco back.
Yeah, I'm thinking they're keeping Gasly and Colapinto because that Ricardo
They'll definitely
Libre.
keep Gasly.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they're keeping Gasly
They'll definitely keep Gasly.
because he
Yeah,
just signed a
he's under
multi-year deal
contract.
for whatever
Yeah,
reason.
and I think Gasly's a good driver, so I think they'll definitely keep him.
Yeah, that
Colapinto was the weird one, but I think we talked about it on the last show, where the rumors were really going around that they're gonna stick with Colapinto, even though it does get a little weird because he's not followed team orders at the USGP.
it's.
So I don't know
I
if
mean,
that ruins his chances at all, but
Flavio Briatore. I mean, he insinuated Crashgate,
yeah,
so
yeah.
I think he'll be fine with someone disobeying orders,
Yeah, especially when you're just that far back in the pack, just let him race.
or
Let him race
or
at that
just the
point. The
fact
team
that
orders
he.
were kind of weird. I didn't really agree with that. Just let him race at that point.
Yeah, that's what I understand.
But
Um,
yeah,
but Max did do what he had to do to get more points. It looked like it was going to be like maybe fifth, and that wouldn't have been too good. But he got up to third, should have been second. Is that
he
321? We're coming to Brazil. I no, I'm glad we didn't do the podcast because I would have said that you would have gotten top five and Max would have
I remember.
dominated.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't do that. That's not out on there, but I do think he will do good in Brazil.
Mhm.
I don't know how the McLarens will do. Also, you were saying that Oscar just looks off. I think ever since that, I think that Baku crash just
It
ruined
mentally got to
his.
him.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just like he thinks he's like messed up at something. Like, I think that that's gonna mess with Piastri for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
think
yeah.
I think that Lando, as much as I hate to say this, I think Lando will have the edge
I
over
think right now he
Piastri
does.
towards the
I do.
end.
I think right now he does. My early prediction is a Max win in Brazil, which will pull him even closer because Max squeezing out that podium in Mexico. It
That was
it
big.
keeps them in the fight, but they're a little less comfortable than what they were originally.
I mean, I mean, he's still bringing in the points.
Yeah.
Like he's 30, 36
Um.
back.
Yeah. 36 back.
That's like if it rains and in Brazil, I think championship is on because I think um, if I think at least one of them DNFs or doesn't get like a good finish. I'll say that. Don't
Yeah.
claim that yet.
I mean, Oscar has been streaky as we've talked.
Hmm.
Um. Lando has shown that when the moment's too big, he kind of folds under pressure a little bit.
Yeah, but he did what he had to
Outside of
do in
this weekend.
Mexico. Yeah, he
Outside
did
of
have
this
what
weekend.
he.
Yeah, I mean, his qualifying was dominant. He had three purple sectors to end it in qualified pole. Did his job in the race, like I said, finishing 30 seconds ahead of everyone else. So if he can carry this momentum into Brazil, which McLaren typically isn't the greatest at, it is usually more of a Red Bull track,
And
which
again, I said that about
also speaks.
Mexico.
Yeah, the Red Bull team is still not what we're used to seeing in the past. I think, like we've talked about in every single episode so far, that Max is just that good of a driver. He's keeping the minutes somehow. So
Now, do you think that I know McLaren said they stopped developing? Do you think they bring one more last development package for the end of the
they
season?
they almost they almost have to, right?
I mean,
It's they're
I
so
don't think they do.
really so these next two tracks you have Brazil and Vegas. Is that the next two, or is there something in between there that I'm
Yeah,
missing?
it's Brazil and Vegas.
Okay, so Brazil and Vegas is two tracks that McLaren is typically not so dominant at.
Who
If
who
you
won last year at Vegas?
George Russell,
George. Okay.
it was I know George won.
It was George Hamilton and
Carlos was on
Sainz.
podium. Was it Lewis? Lewis
Yeah, it
P2?
was Lewis.
Okay, so
Lewis
Lewis
P2.
P2. Yeah, but the year previous, so Ferrari is always pretty good in Vegas,
Yes.
and they're
Yes.
getting a little bit more consistency here down the stretch. So if they can keep that up, especially going into Vegas, I think that probably Charles will get another podium somewhere in there. I think Max gets a podium in Vegas. I don't think the Mercedes is quite as good as last year, so I don't.
I mean, but Vegas has this been Mercedes' playground for how many years it's done it? Three
It
years?
has.
How many years have we done Vegas?
We're going into three.
Three. Okay. Next one, the first one. George won the second.
Max won first one because they had that battle. Him and Charles had that battle at the end, and then George won the second. So yeah,
I got
even
I got a bone to pick with this circuit, or not the circuit, but just the weekend structure.
of
Why it's
Vegas,
on Thanksgiving week,
hmm
but why is it at 11 o'clock at night?
that yeah that even throws me off because I've been at both of them. I've been at both of the Vegas
Because
ones.
like if you're gonna do a night race, do a prime time race at 8.
Yeah, yeah,
That
that's
that just
another.
makes no sense to me.
Yeah,
And like I get what they're
okay.
trying to do, I guess, because they're trying not to go into Thanksgiving,
hmm
but it's gonna be midnight. We're all asleep. I
Yeah,
don't understand why is it run at 11.
yeah,
It
because
was
even Vegas time when I'm there, I'm 3 hours ahead of you, and it still feels super late.
You're behind me.
Behind you.
Ferrer was
That's right.
behind you.
That's right. That's right. Behind you. It still
But
feels super late.
was it the first race like at 1 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
That's so dumb. Like
Yeah.
you say it's a Saturday race and you promote it as a
Pretty
Saturday
much.
race,
Yeah.
but
Pretty much
yet
Sunday.
you race it
It's
during Sunday for the
essentially a
Eastern
Sunday
time zone.
morning. It's
Yeah.
essentially a Sunday morning. But yeah, that's another thing that I was going to talk about. The Texas or the US Grand Prix and the Mexico Grand Prix. I hate watching the 4 o'clock races in our time zone.
Yes, I do
I
too.
absolutely hate
It's
it.
so long
I
going
hate it.
from qualifying, like, because Mexico qualifying's at 4, but the
Mhm.
pre-race doesn't start till 2,
Yeah.
and it's just like 2 hours of pre-race, which I don't
Yeah.
understand to do that.
Yeah, I don't either. I hate watching the 4 o'clock races in my time zone. I like waking up, getting the coffee in the morning, and watching early morning F1. If you're not doing it early in the morning, give me a prime time at night.
I mean,
I just
Brazil.
don't like
I
the
think
midday
Brazil's going to
races.
be ran at 1 o'clock.
Is it at 1?
Yeah, it's 1 p.m.
That's just as bad to me though. I hate the midday races. I want to be able to that interferes with football here in the
Yeah, it
US.
does.
Here in the US that interferes right in the middle of the NFL
I'm
schedule.
still trying to figure out what moron decided to put the freaking Talladega race along with the Coda race at the same time because it started at the same time, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, I'm just ready to get past these few midday races
Because the
because
last two,
we're Eastern
because
Standard Time if anybody's wondering.
yeah,
We're in the US. So,
Qatar is 7, and then Abu Dhabi is 8 or 9.
Formula 1 schedule, let me check the time.
We're just rambling on about what we
Okay,
did about the
Brazil's at noon.
Brazil. Okay, Brazil's it.
Brazil's at noon. Vegas is at 11
No,
this year.
okay. So Brazil is it's gonna be 1 hour time.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're
so it's
1 hour.
Vegas gonna be midnight our time?
I think it's gonna be 11.
Okay. All right. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. And then Qatar is 11 a.m. Abu Dhabi is 8 a.m. All right, so we should be back to normal here pretty soon.
Qatar is 11.
Qatar is el- Qatar is 11 a.m.
Weird, because the I know
Yeah.
the when the endurance race, the Qatar 1812 kilometer, it starts at like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
and it
Yeah, so
runs till
probably
10
wait,
hours.
that's
So like
so
11 a.m. Well, it ends here.
yeah, I mean the the F1 schedule, especially in the US, is so weird. So weird because obviously they're favoring the European times,
Mhm.
which makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Except for when it didn't in Malaysia in 2009.
in Vegas,
Now,
that's well, I
have
guess
you
it
ever
does
heard
favor
that
the
story?
European time. Uh-uh.
So basically, they tried to run. They got the Malaysian Grand Prix in 2009, and it was like ran at 5 their time, and it just started downpouring like torrential rain, the most I've ever seen, like in a Formula One race. And
Uh,
everyone was just like, "Why couldn't y'all just start it later?" And their main excuse was they were catering to the Europeans. But
yeah, I mean it makes sense.
that was the race that it was Jenson Button who won it, but it was given half points, and that was the last race before the 2021 Spa race that was given half points.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about. But anyway, enough of the rambling
No,
because
yeah,
we just rambled on. We just
yeah, we
rambled
just
on for a little
rambled on
bit
for about 15 minutes.
about times. But um, before we head out, we'll just jump into the championship standings, drivers and constructors, because there is a midfield constructors battle going on. Mercedes and Red Bull are currently 9 points apart.
Yes, it's Ferrari,
Ferrari and
Red Bull.
Mercedes are currently 1 point apart.
Yeah.
So number two, three, and four in the constructors battle is really starting to ramp up here as well, especially with Ferrari picking up some momentum. Mercedes, Kimmy's not really there, but
At
George is
least
starting
Kimmy's
to.
scoring points, unlike Yuki.
He is. He is. He's scoring points. He is scoring points, unlike Yuki. So, yeah, Yuki's not really helping out Red Bull much in this battle. But
Poor Max. He is carrying Red Bull.
pretty much everybody they've gotten in that
Where,
seat is just
where
shown that they
could you?
can't drive that second Red Bull car.
No, it was Checo until the Imola updates last
Checo,
year.
Checo was good in 23,
He was good for all 3 years except for 24. And he still got two
which I
wins
feel
that
like the
year.
first half of 24 he wasn't that bad.
No,
Like the
he
first
won
few
two
races.
races.
Yeah.
Oh, or at least he was on the podium, I think.
I know he won a few in 23.
Yeah, it's 23 that I was thinking of because he
Yeah.
swapped wins because he won at Baku and Saudi Arabia.
Yeah,
Now,
but pretty much everybody since then, which is only a rookie and Liam Lawson, which what do you expect when you're putting a
as
rookie in that seat that uh, veterans are even having trouble driving, and then Yuki, who looked pretty decent at V carb for the most part, he just comes in and
what
he can't get it. He can't get the hang of the second Red Bull car.
That's Ricardo. It's been Albin. He only got two podiums and he wasn't that good in it.
Gasly,
Then Checo. Gasly, yep, Gasly. Gasly replaced Ricardo, then Albin, and then Checo, and Lawson and Liam, or Lawson and Yuki.
yeah. So I mean, you see a lot of whoever drives the Red Bull outside of Max, they go to other teams, and it seems like they're better. So it's
Oh,
got to be something with the car.
did you hear what Jacques Villeneuve was talking about in FP1?
Mm-mm.
So Karun and Crofty was asking him what should Red Bull do, and he said put Yuki, take Yuki out, put Albin in the Alpha or RB, or Alex Pillow, sorry, in the RB, which has been the rumors because they started with Colton Herta that they were going to put Colton Herta in the Alpha Tauri, and then he couldn't get a super license. Now the rumors from like earlier in the summer was Lowe is rumored to go to that second Red Bull seat. He said put Lowe in the RB.
Is Pillow able to with his McLaren contract
I think they'll
situation?
figure that out
Yeah, yeah.
because he
I
has
mean,
the
I
super
guess
license points.
you have a whole you have a whole off season and everything to figure it out. So
He was also explaining the fact that IndyCar should get more super license points, and I totally agree. Like you could,
yeah,
you
I agree as well.
I was like winning the IndyCar championship should give you the same amount of points as winning the F2 championship.
Yeah, if not more.
Like I understand like not getting it for like supercars or sports cars for IMSA or WEC, but like for a single seater racing series, they should get the same amount of points as Formula 2.
Yeah. Speaking of F2, just random. I wish they would spotlight F2 a little bit more. I feel like it's not really spotlighted whatsoever.
You got to have F1 TV.
Well, I could watch it. I can watch it. You just don't really hear anything about it, like to the general
How
public.
are you able to watch it?
I have ESPN Plus, and it just lets me watch it on there.
Didn't
Yeah.
know that. I didn't
Well,
know
I
this
have it through
showed
Hulu.
it on.
I have it through
Because
Hulu.
like I remember the year, I think it was the year that Mick Schumacher won. I remember watching the last two F2 races, the one in
Yeah, I
Sakir,
mean,
the
I
outer
watch them
loop.
every now and then. A lot of the times it's like super early, so it's hard to even wake up for it.
I remember the only F2 race I watched was the qualifying for Spa. And I just remember, or maybe it was F3, and it was just a whole scramble of cars trying to get to the line before.
I watched the Monaco one when they had that massive pileup.
Yeah.
I watched that one. And I watched a few others. I think I watched the Abu Dhabi one a few years ago. I just got up super early, and it may not have been Abu Dhabi. I can't
Yeah,
remember
they
which
don't.
one.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
F3
think
that races at Abu
I
Dhabi.
it
F2
might be
races at
F3
Abu
that I
Dhabi.
watched. I'm not
F2
sure,
races
but
though. Yeah, but
anyway, yeah. Anyway, yeah. Keep an eye on the constructors championship because you have a battle for two, three, and four.
yep.
Keep an eye on the drivers championship because you have a battle for one, two, and three. And it's gonna be very interesting going into Brazil. So
Yeah, it will
one
be.
point lead for Lando, and we'll see if Max can get Red Bull right back in the mix to feel very comfortable. He's still in the mix, obviously, but
Yeah.
even further up in the mix. But anyway, that'll do it for this one. Um, we will be back to preview, I believe, preview Brazil
Yes.
later this week or something. It'll be out at some point. But anyway, that'll do it for this one. Just tune in for Brazil.
Yeah. Just like, subscribe, rating on Apple's, wherever you get your podcast. Just like YouTube. And that'll be it. We'll see y'all
We
for
will
Brazil.
we will see you for Brazil. Also, we will be on Apple and Spotify very soon here, probably this week. So rate us.